Hello everyone, it's your friend, your boy, Jeb Black, the one and only, here with another exciting live stream. And in this video, I am going to be talking about March 14th, 2019. Today is March 15th, 2019. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day so far. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and drop a like on the video. If you happen to be just now joining us, make sure you jump into that live chat. Tell me about how you're doing today, ask any questions you may have, and bring up any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream. This is as much your show as it is my show. Feel free to bring up any discussion topics you want to talk about your day, ask any questions, and in the meantime, I'll just talk about my day until people show up and want to talk about other topics. We can also go into detail on specific things about my day. Sorry about the weird camera angle. I'm currently setting up Google Notes, Google Keep. And Google Keep is where I keep my records of everything that's been going on in the day. That way I can easily recall everything that I did, just to make it easier to discuss. So let's see. Bum, 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 bum. Right now I'm just getting everything set up. There we go. So now I have the notes set up. So now it's Eric. Let's see. There we go. That's good enough, and I can go into detail later. So now let me get the live chat set up. That way I can see what you guys are talking about. Sorry that this video was so late. We had a delay because Gerard, Matt, Eric, and I, and Taylor earlier in the day all hung out. And we did a whole bunch of vlogs during the day. So you guys got some content during the day before the normal vlog, which hopefully was a treat for you guys. Bum, 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 wow. Let's see. Now I'm going to pop out the live chat. Hey, there we go. And then I'm going to set the live chat to show all messages. Booyah. So now the live chat's up. Now I'm going to set up the description of the stream to make it easier for you guys to search, and also so that you guys can see all my notes that I wrote out for the day. Let's see, so I'm doing that now. Feel free to, if you're just now joining in, to drop a like on the video. And feel free to jump in the live chat. Tell me a little bit about your day. Ask any questions that you might have, and bring up any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream. If you're new to the channel and you may not know what kind of things you can talk about, feel free to bring up anything. I'd be more than happy to give my opinion on it. Try and start up a discussion. I'm really into comic books, superheroes, anime, new technology to a certain extent. It really depends on the field. I'll be honest, I wouldn't say I'm interested in literally everything in terms of technology. Science, like new advancements, things of that nature. I'm not super into politics or religion. So when it comes to talking about stuff like that, it's just never been within my strong interest field. But yeah, definitely anything with comics, anime, or tech, feel free to bring up any discussion topics. Or video games, of course, especially fighting games. I am definitely down for fighting games. If you have any questions about college life, what it's like to live in a dorm, right now I'm graduating, so if you need any perspective on what college has been like as a whole, over time, that's also a pretty cool thing to ask about. I could give my insight on that. Now that I've edited the description box and tags of the video, now I can go into detail and start talking about my day. At any point, you guys can interrupt by asking any questions, bringing up any discussion topics, or talking about your day. This is more about bringing up a discussion between all of us and letting us talk about whatever. So last night's dream. I like to start off by talking about what I dreamed about the night before. Sometimes I don't remember my dreams. In this case, I do remember what I dreamed about. I wrote it down. So I went to a Christmas-style family reunion in my dream, where my friend Danica came by as a guest. I also ended up traveling back in time, and I attempted to change history, but I ended up putting myself and a young Lex Luthor in a near-death situation until my friend TJ traveled back in time and saved me. But it was a weird, buff TJ, maybe a TJ who is farther in the future than present day. I thought that was interesting. When I woke up, I restructured my Cyberse Yu-Gi-Oh deck into a lockout deck. So the idea now is to summon Astram, who's like a Mechanite monster, and one other monster. On the other monster, I equip either Ring of Magnetism or Rare Gold Armor, and my opponent can no longer attack any of the monsters I control because Astram says you can only attack him. And then if you put Rare Gold Armor or Ring of Magnetism on another monster, that makes it where your opponent can only attack that monster. So in Yu Gi Oh!, if two monsters say you can only attack them, then your opponent technically isn't allowed to attack any monster. Then I would use equips like Moon Mirror Shield to overpower my opponent's monsters, or Shooting Star Bow to attack my opponent directly while they can't attack me at all. At least that was the plan. We'll go into detail about how that actually worked out a little bit later. The cover image that I used for a paperback book that I tried to publish called The Three Elemental Kingdoms was apparently too small for Amazon to print. So I made and submitted a new cover image. Hopefully that'll work out. I'm a published author. In the description box below, there are links to all the different things that I do online. One of those is a link to like my published books. So if you're interested in checking those out, feel free to click that link in the description box below. I'm actually working on another book now that's supposed to be like a sci-fi fantasy book, but it's a world building guide where I go into detail on like notable locations and notable figures and interesting technology that exists within the world. So hopefully that'll be cool and something that you guys enjoy. Let's see. I want to make the next part of what I was talking about in my guide of like stuff that I did today was talking about the book that I'm currently working on, which I already did. So I'm going to skip that point. So on to point number 5, the stuff that I did today. I watched the first couple of episodes of Agame ga Kill. The main character in some ways reminds me of my character in Matt's D&D campaign. I think I will continue to watch Agame ga Kill and just learning more about it and seeing if I like really like it or not. I'm not super into medieval fantasy, but without going into spoilers, it has to do with like assassins, and it seems like it's actually pretty interesting. On Dueling Nexus, sorry, not on Dueling Nexus, in today's fan poll, Dueling Nexus 1, on the channel we host these fan poll videos where you guys can vote for whatever you want to watch, and then whatever gets the most votes is what we then do on the channel. We do those Monday through Thursday. So today's fan poll, people voted for Dueling Nexus, which is a website where you can play Yu-Gi-Oh! Online competitively against other people. So I didn't do too well with the Astram deck that I described before. I actually did, I feel, a lot better with my indestructible Cyberse deck, which features Cyberse Wicked as my boss monster. Cyberse Wicked is just easier to summon than Astram. It requires like half the materials in order to get him out. Astram requires that you summon 2 really big monsters and then use those in order to summon Astram, where Cyberse Wicked just needs 2 Cyberse monsters, so you can get them out with the greatest of ease. The goal of the indestructible Cyberse deck is to summon and boost the attack of Wicked while using Wicked's effect of Moon Mirror Shield to protect other monsters from battle or card effects. So Cyberse Wicked is protected from destruction by battle or card effect, and then protects monsters that it points to from card effect destruction, but not from battle. So then you use Moon Mirror Shield to protect the monsters that Wicked points to from destruction by battle. And I feel like that worked a lot better than my Astram deck idea, which didn't really work. Classes were canceled today, which was awesome. So I got to hang out with Matt, Gerard, and Taylor. Together we hung out and played fighting games. We didn't really get a chance to watch Ben 10 Omniverse or to watch anime while Taylor was around. It was mainly just playing games, which is totally fine. Taylor had like a time schedule, so he had to be done at a particular time so he could do so that he could go do something else. But I had a lot of fun hanging out with Taylor, and Taylor wants to hang out again this Saturday, which seems like it'll be pretty cool. So I'm excited for that. After Taylor dipped, we met up with Eric at the CU, and we got shakes at Cookout, which was pretty exciting. I got my normal fruit shake and my normal chocolate peanut butter shake, but for the fruit shake, I added peach and cherry cobbler to it, so it has like a thicker consistency. So there's just a lot of flavors mixed in. Your boy Kel said, "Dude, I just saw an ad on your stream. That like never happens." Yeah, we're monetized. What's up? That's how it is. Welcome to the stream, Kel. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Also, don't forget to drop a like on the video. Truly appreciate it. Right now, I'm just talking about my day. After we got shakes at cookout, Eric, Matt, Gerard, and I just hung out at the dorm. We watched the first episodes of a few anime. We played Dragon Ball Fighter Z for a little bit. And overall, we had like a pretty good time. I'm glad that we were all able to get together and hang out. Um, let's see. I'm gonna say that today, mark this day in history, is Matt Bragging Rights Day. Matt needs at least one day. Today is the day. Matt Bragging Rights Day. Let's get into it. So Matt was able to beat me on Dueling Nexus due to a server issue that was somehow not related to the internet. I got disconnected from the Dueling Nexus server not because of my internet connection, because if it was that, then the stream would have messed up, but it didn't. Um, but somehow Matt got a victory where he would have lost. Then in Jump Force, I'm pretty sure your boy Matt went undefeated. I think he took like no L's the whole time. Um, then maybe Matt lost once at most, but Matt did really well. In Dragon Ball Fighter Z, Matt beat me a few times. I beat Matt a few times. In Tekken, I'm pretty sure Matt lost the majority of the time, except against Taylor. Matt definitely was able to like throw hands at Taylor. But in the end, I say that this is like the most victories in a day I've ever seen Matt get. So I feel like today should be Matt Bragging Rights Day. Shout out to Matt. Hashtag Matt Day in the live chat. Thank you kindly, Matt. I would say that Matt is rather smug a lot of times about his victories, but he did win a good number of victories today. So mark it on your calendars, folks. This is the day where Matt's smugness is accepted, and just allow him to be as smug as fuck. March 14th, 2019. Save the date. Kel said his day has been pretty alright. He said, who was the first girl you were into? And 3, no discussion topics at the moment. Who's the first girl I was into? At what like age? Because I feel like the story is just weird if you go like really far back. I think the first girl that I had a crush on was a redhead girl that I saw at a what was it? It's where you go to an event from your parents' work. I can't remember what it's called when they have like work events where they have like a cookout or something and everybody goes to like the lake, but there's a word for it. Anyways, there was this lake cookout thing that I went to with my dad for his job, where all his work buddies got together and they brought their kids and you all like played by the water or whatever and you hung out. There was this like one redhead girl that I thought was like really attractive, but at the time I was like a really little kid and so was the redhead girl. But I would say that's like the first crush that I can remember was I saw her and I was like, oh, she's cute. I thought that was pretty dope. Let's see. Ryan said, hi, Jet. Wait, what about Matt's smugness? So I was saying that today is Matt Bragging Rights Day. Hashtag Matt Day in the live chat. I just feel like Matt got a lot of victories today. And I think he needs at least one day where he is like recognized for his victories and he can be as smug as he wants and just complain about everything. So I'm going to make that day March 14th. So essentially Pi Day. Matt, you get Pi Day as your day to be like super smug and just and just go ham because he tossed hands in Jump Force. He tossed hands a little bit in Fighter Z. He tossed Taylor some hands in Tekken 7. And he stole a win in Dueling Nexus they probably didn't deserve. But regardless, yeah, your boy Matt got a lot of victories today. So I'm fine with making Pi Day like hashtag Matt Day in the live chat. Um, I'm pretty sure I've talked about everything that I've done today. Now I think about it, because I think I've gone through the whole list. So now, we can just talk about whatever. So what are you on you guys' minds? Like, what are you up to? I know that tomorrow. Oh, Matt. I mean, not Matt. Ryan. I haven't asked you the 3 things. Ryan, how's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Well, not tomorrow. Today, I'm gonna go in for my driving test. Hopefully, I leave that with my driver's license. Mom and dad are really interested in me getting a car. I think I want to get a car that I can pay off all at once and just have and not have to worry about paying like additional bills past insurance. Like I don't want to have to deal with like a car payment necessarily if I can just buy off the car in full and just have a car. So I may or may not be getting a car tomorrow. I may or may not be getting my driver's license tomorrow. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Gerard, wants to do a two-shot D&D campaign and he wants me to be a part of it, but I haven't prepared a character, and Dad told me don't make any plans tomorrow because the big focus is going to be on driving, so I may or may not be participating in the D&D campaign. Taylor wants to hang out Saturday at some point, and we can watch like Ben 10 Omniverse and play video games together, so that should be fun. And then Sunday, I have like no plans for Sunday right now. Sunday is an interesting void that could be anything. Let's see. Your boy Ryan said new TG card, or is that TO card? I think I might have a little smudge on my screen. Nope. I can't tell if that's a O or not. Do 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 do. Your boy Kel said, dude, you should play this game series called Danganronpa. It's a visual novel anime death game. I've heard a little bit about it in the past, but I don't think it's ever really grabbed my attention. It's a G. Let's see. So Ryan said new TG card. What's a TG card? Is that like a shortening for like a TCG card? Or is TG like a Yu-Gi-Oh archetype? I've heard of Danganronpa before, but it's never really like grabbed my attention. Also, I can't say that I'm super big into visual novels, which I feel like is part of the reason why I've never been super into it. I have seen that bear before, because I know it's your avatar picture for your profile, where it's like half white. Well, yours is half white and half red. Oh, I see that on Google Images, a half white, half red one. I'm used to seeing the half white, half black one. Kel said it's pronounced Danganronpa. Danganronpa? Do you say it all together or separately? Your boy Ryan said it's called the Tech Genius archetype. Huh, I've never heard of the Tech Genius archetype for Yu-Gi-Oh! I'll look it up. It seems like it's up my current alley of technology-based Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff. Could you send me a link? Kel said it's all together. Danganronpa? Is that how you say it? Danganronpa? Maybe not like really fast and weird, but probably. Possibly. Let's see. TG, short for Tech Genius, is an archetype used by antinomy, antinomy, and Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. They're all bionic in appearance to reference the identity of their user. They made their debut in Extreme Victory. In the Japanese anime, each of them has a code in their name which refers to their type, followed by a number. This includes their status, as they have X's at the end of their names to indicate their evolution of synchro monsters. This is a synchro archetype. I already feel like I'm not a big fan of that. Kel said, my profile is a bear by from the third game. He's my favorite. Oh, interesting. And then Ryan said, a synchro archetype. I'm already not super interested because it's a synchro archetype. I'm just not a fan of synchro summoning. Bump, 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 bump. But what's the new TG card? Could you send me a link to check it out? Kel said, you're saying it kinda okay? It's a weird word, so I'll give you a pass. Oh, thank you kindly, Kels. Oh, Kels. Let's see. Yeah, the Kels' question was who was the first girl you were into? Okay, so I've answered his question. That's good. And then it seems like Ryan's question was, what about Matt Smugness? And then the topic was the Tech Genius card. Oh, okay. He wanted to talk about the new. Oh, it's not Tech Genius. It's Tech Genus. Or genus? Genus? No, I guess it's just genus. Tech Genus sounds less interesting than Tech Genius. I was expecting an archetype that had a bunch of like scientists with wrenches and shit like that, working on machines. I was like, oh, that'd be cool. I'm actually already looking at the link that you're showing, Ryan. I thought you said there were like new monsters for it. That's what I wanted you to send me a link for. Were like the new Tech Genus monsters. The playing style section looks pretty long. And it's already a synchro archetype, so I'm already not super interested in it. Let's see. So they have 8 monsters total, 4 tuners and 4 non-tuners. Cyber Magician, Striker, Jet Falcon, Screw Serpent, Booster Raptor, Catapult Dragon, Warwolf, and Rush Rhino. I don't know. I don't think I'm super into it. There's also TG Assault Mode playstyle, TG Stun playstyle, Junk TG, TG Ultimaya Dragon, and then the basic TG deck is Junk Doppel Tengu Plants Engine, which is interesting. There's a weaknesses section, which is also actually more thicky than I thought it'd be. Gross. Okay, so here's the link to the new TG monster. I guess without knowing a lot about like how TGs work, the new monster I won't have a very strong opinion on, but I can still check it out. Kel said, "Can I tell you about the plot of the game?" Sure. Please don't put in too many spoilers in case someone who's listening is like interested in checking out the game. You know what I mean? But feel free to tell me about the plot. Please tell me in like your own words, like the plot and your thoughts on it. Let's see. So the new TG monster is called TG Gear Zombie. One of the last of Antinomy slash Bruno's remaining cards is finally getting printed. It's a level 1 Dark Zombie Tuner effect monster with 600 attack and 0 defense. You can only use this card's name's effect once per turn. Its effect is you can target one TG monster you control, special summon this card from your hand, then that target loses 1,000 attack. Odd, but I guess it allows you to get a tuner for free from the hand. Let's see. Kel said trust. I won't spoil. Okay, feel free to go in. And yeah, just tell me what your thoughts are on Danganronpa. I had to pause for a minute to remember like how to say it. Also, I noticed that this video has 2 viewers and 0 likes. Can we get this video up to 2 viewers and 2 likes? Truly appreciate it. Also, if anyone new happens to be tuning in, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to share this video with your friends. You can always share it while it's live to get more people in on the live chat. Build up a big discussion. Kel said, also, if you choose to get the game, be careful when you search anything about it, because spoilers are everywhere. Okay, understood. Ryan said, Jet, did you ever see that dino card from before? Are you talking about the dino that we looked at last stream? Because I feel like we looked at a dino last stream. Um, I can't remember the name of it. Justin Bennett said, "Hey, how's? Yo, Justin, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Also, don't forget to drop a like. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Truly appreciate it. And I'm doing well today. How are you?" Justin Bennett said, "How you doing?" Yeah, fantastic as always. Thank you for asking. How are you today? Do you have any questions for your boy or discussion topics you'd like to talk about? Also, don't forget to smash the like button. Right now, Kells is telling me about the game Danganronpa, and your boy Ryan is talking about Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Other than that, I'm just like chilling, talking with you guys. Kells said Danganronpa is about a kid who wins a lottery to get in the world's greatest school ever, Hope's Peaks Academy, a school for the best of the best, literally. Okay. Justin said, chillin'. Glad to hear that you're just chilling, Justin. I hope that you're having a wonderful time. Do you have any questions for your boy or discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Also, don't forget to smash that like button. Let's see. Ryan sent me another Yu-Gi-Oh based link. Yeah, we looked at Beat Raptor. We looked at that last time, Ryan. I couldn't remember the name of it. My mind kept trying to say Rush Raptor, but I think I was remembering the RIRA and the fact that like Raptors in it. I was trying to smash those together. Let's see. And then Ryan said there's a new number monster. What's the new number monster? Justin Bennett said, "What's your channel about?" Oh, good question. On our channel, Monday through Thursdays, we have fan poll videos where you guys can jump in and vote for what you would like to watch next on the channel. So essentially, you guys can just vote in the comment section below of a fan poll video for what you would like to watch. And then 1 p.m. Monday through Thursday, I check the comment section of the latest fan poll video, and whatever gets the most votes is what we then do on the channel. So you guys kind of have the ability to mold and shape the content of the channel by voting for what you want to see. Also, we do these vlog videos. We do these every night, a little after midnight. And in these vlog videos, I just talk about my day, and I invite you guys to jump in, bring up any topics you want, ask me any questions that you're interested in, and talk about your own day. It essentially is just like a hangout, and I do it for about an hour every day after midnight. This vlog was a little bit later than normal. I was hanging out with a group of friends, and the hangout just went past the normal time where I would start the vlog. But normally we try to start a little after midnight, and we do these every day, or we do the fan polls only Monday through Thursday. Let's see. Ryan posted up a new Yu-Gi-Oh link, so I now have that link loading up. Your boy Kel said each student in the game, uh, have to remember how to say it. Ooh, oh, I don't remember how to say it. Danganronpan, maybe. I think that's how you say it. He said each student in the game has a title, being the ultimate blank. The blank being whatever they're best at. The main character being Makoto Nigi, is the ultimate lucky student because he won the lottery. So he's like the luckiest person. How can you be the best at being lucky? Let's see. Justin asked, "You play Tekken Tag 2?" Sadly, I only have Tekken 7. I don't have Tekken Tag 2. I do have a lot of fighting games though. I have like Brawlhalla, Dragon Ball Fighter Z. I have Tekken 7, Injustice 2. Um, let's see. I have Jump Force. I'm planning on getting Mortal Kombat 11 when it comes out. I might be getting Power Rangers Battle for the Grid when it comes out. Um, I think in terms of fighting games, I may have named all the fighting games that I have, but I do have a good few. I'm not sure if I'm forgetting anything. Let's see. Justin Bennett said thoughts on Kunimitsu. I miss her in the game. Kunimitsu. I may not be familiar with that character. In Tekken 7, I actually only play Law. Law is my main, and I'm very loyal to said main. So Kunimitsu seems to wear a fox mask and has like purple attire. I don't think I've ever played as Kunimitsu. What is her playstyle like? Let's see. Kel's, again talking about Danganronpa, said when the main character steps into the school, he passes out and wakes up in a classroom. All the windows are boarded. He meets up with the other students and finds out that they're all locked in. Interesting. This kind of reminds me of something that John Mason wrote. Excuse me. Mm. Speaking of John Mason, I don't think I've seen him in a hot minute. I hope he's doing okay. Let's see, I'm going to scroll down. So the link that your boy Ryan sent was to number 97, Dragravion, which is a new numbers monster in Yu-Gi-Oh! Justin said she's kind of like Yoshimitsu. Oh, does Kunimitsu hurt herself when she does moves? Similar to how Yoshimitsu sometimes like stabs or slices himself when he does moves. Ryan said, "Did you read the new Number Dragon?" I have not. I just looked at him. Number 97, Dragravion is a new Yu Gi Oh card. A new dragon number appears that supports dragon numbers. Okay, let's see. It's a rank 8 Dart Dragon XYZ effect monster with 3000 attack and 3000 defense. Yikes! Requires 2 level 8 monsters to summon. You can only use this card's name's number 2 effect once per turn. Its number 1 effect is cannot be targeted by opponent's card effects, and its number 2 effect is you can detach 1 material from this card. You can special summon monsters for the rest of the turn. No, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn. Also, 2 number dragon monsters from your extra deck and or graveyard, except number 97 Dragravion. Oh, you take 2 of them from your graveyard. Special summon 1 of them, and if you do, attach the other to it as a material. Also, monsters you control cannot attack for the rest of this turn, except the special summon monster. So, once per turn, you can use a material to summon other number dragons out of your graveyard and give them materials. That seems interesting, I suppose, for anyone who's running like level 8 number dragons. It's a very specific support for a very specific type of card. Kel's then talking more about the game Danganronpa said the black and white bear named Monokuma, uh, Monokuma, yeah, I said his name right, I was ready, appears and tells them they're all in a death game and he explains the rules. So it's kind of like Saw, but like a school, kind of like kids. Let's see. Justin Bennett said, but not as complete as him. So her character, I guess, isn't as developed as Yoshimitsu, in reference to Kunimitsu. And then Justin Bennett asked, "Do you play Magic the Gathering?" I do not. That I do not play Magic the Gathering. I like Card Fight Vanguard, and I like Yu-Gi-Oh, but I definitely play Yu-Gi-Oh a lot more than I play Card Fight Vanguard. Once Card Fight Vanguard has a like app that you can download and install on your phone and play with people online. I'll probably play a lot more Vanguard than I do right now. But Yu-Gi-Oh! I think is like my main game. I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Online on the website Dueling Nexus. I also play custom cards, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Dueling Book, where you can make your own cards and face off against other people who have made their own cards, which I think is pretty cool. But I'm not a fan of Magic the Gathering's mana system. It just kind of rubs me the wrong way. I'm not gonna lie. I have like Magic the Gathering cards. I have Magic the Gathering decks. I just don't play or really enjoy the game. I got most of my cards from my brother as like a hand me down kind of thing, and then I have a few cards that are like free or not free, but like fairly inexpensive. Like I went to a card shop and there's a type of Magic the Gathering you can play where you just play with commons, which are really cheap and like easy to get. So I bought a lot of commons for like a little to nothing and made like a deck that's based on just playing common cards. And as long as you can find other people in that format, you can play a fairly fair game with that. Kel said, in reference to Danganronpa, if a student wants to escape the school, they must kill another student and get away with it. After a dead body is discovered by another student, everyone must investigate the area to find clues on who the murderer is. After the investigation, a class trial will commence. In a class trial, all students debate with each other using evidence to prove who diggity gosh darn did it. Very interesting way to phrase that. I believe I've seen a little bit of an anime adaptation of this back when I was dating this girl Gabby in like early college. Um, if the school has like the best of the best people, right? Shouldn't whoever is like the best detective be the guy that everyone tries to kill first so that it's harder for them to like be found out? Because that's what you think would happen, right? Someone would be like, my name is the number one detective. And then everybody would be like, I gotta kill that nigga. Also, what if there's someone who's like, I'm the best at covering up my tracks. like I'm the best at getting away with crimes. You know, like is there anyone like that? Because it seems like they'd be really overpowered. They just leave. They'd be. I'm the best escape artist. Couldn't someone just be like, oh, I'm just not gonna follow those rules. I'm just gonna dip. Mm. How do they eat? Where do they get fresh food that they can like continue to eat off of? How big is their food supply if it's limited? Um, how long are they all trapped there? Is it a thing where they're like, you'll soon run out of food if you don't all escape eventually, or maybe you'll have to eat each other's dead bodies? Like, how does the death game thing work? Let's see. Kell said after the trial, they all vote on who did it. If the majority of votes are correct, excuse me, then the murderer is executed. If they're wrong, the murderer gets to leave, and then everyone else dies. What do you mean everyone else dies? So that they get it wrong, one guy leaves and everyone else dips. It's not you commit murder and you get away with it, and then everybody else has to commit their own murders and get away with it. It's if one of you commits murder and gets away with it, you live and but you immediately fuck everybody else. You essentially also get away with all those other people dying. But if you get caught, only you die, and then everybody keeps going. The game just continues. Kel said they have an unlimited food supply and can technically live at the academy forever. That's odd. How? Where does this unlimited food come from? What places can you imagine that just have unlimited food? Um, because that just seems weird. And also, is it comfortable living at the academy forever? I guess not, because at any moment someone can just fucking try to murder you. Also, is the food supply accessible to them, where at any point they can just go and interact with food? Because you think you would just fuck with the food. You would just do something where it's like, dun 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 dun, metal in your food, dun 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 dun, poison in the milk. Not gonna get cereal tomorrow because I poisoned the milk. You know, just do shit like that. I don't know, because I feel like the easiest way to get away with the murder would be like you just constantly do little things that would affect nearly everybody, and then you're just like the one who's like, oh, well, it seems like most of the other niggas are dead. What happens if you just go on a killing spree and you just kill all of them? It's like if everybody votes that you're the murderer, then you'll be executed. It's like what if you just kill everybody then? But if you nobody can vote if they're dead, nobody can vote if they're dead, and then it's like, oh well, who's gonna vote? I say I'm not the murderer. Who's gonna prove it? None of these niggas, and then you just leave. Kel said the game will continue until two people are left. What if there's only one person left? I just kill all the other people. You just go ham. If you're willing enough to kill one person, and if you know that if you get away with it, everybody else dies, why not just kill everybody? And then they can't have trials, and then you can just dip. Let's see. Kel said if you kill everybody, then you get to leave. Yeah, then you should just do that. You just kill everybody and dip. Sounds good to me. You should just be stealthy about it, right? You just go around and just... I feel like you'll goot him eventually. Does anyone try to do that? Does anyone try to just kill everybody? Seems like what somebody would do. I'm curious what some of the Google headlines are. At least in terms of like nerd news. So I'm going to type in DC Comics and look at news. So Sci-Fi Wire 15 hours ago said, comics, DC debuts its first Asian American Green Lantern. Oh. Well, that actually is interesting, not gonna lie. I didn't know that was happening. Ryan said Jed is killed by being strangled with his t-shirt bow tie. That sounds like a superpower to like take a bow tie that's not real and then strangle somebody with it. Screen Rant 22 hours ago had a headline, Are Marvel and DC Comics really close to failing? That's an interesting title. I've noticed that sales in comic books are something that like steadily decline over the years. Like when comic books were at their best in selling, was like way back in the day, and like they've been on a decline continuously. Another headline, this one by Polygon. The latest Grim Knight story is a love letter to Commissioner Gordon. Grim Knight? The breakout character of DC's Dark Knight's Metal event was the duo of Batman comics, Batman Year One and Dark Knight Return. Well, I don't understand what they mean by Grim Knight story. Is that just a Batman story that's called Grim Knight? I feel like that headline's really weird. It requires you to understand stuff that probably is explained in the article itself. Kel said, the best part about the game is that during the class trials, you shoot down people's arguments with evidence in the form of truth bullets. It basically turns into a shooter, but with arguments. That sounds interesting, to be honest, the shooter, but it's arguments thing. And the concept of truth bullets. I guess I'd have to like see gameplay to know how I feel about that. But it definitely sounds like a unique game for sure. When you were talking about shooting down people's arguments, I thought you were going to be talking about something closer to. My brain keeps wanting to say Ace Ventura, but that's not right. I'm thinking about the Objection guy, but I can't remember his name. Ace Attorney. That's why I was thinking of Ace Ventura. I was thinking it was like a Ace Attorney kind of thing. Kel said, I'll pull up some spoiler-free gameplay. Okay, interesting. Let's see. Sarah Cruz, publisher, picks up Jesus comic book dropped by DC. That was posted by sarahcruz.com. A headline by Comic Book Resource. DC releases 33 Detective Comics number 1000 variant covers. 33 variant covers. That's kind of thicky. Let's see. Ryan said, there was a terrorist attack in New Zealand. I'm sorry to hear that. Let's see. Nerdist 19 hours ago dropped a headline. The comics history of all 9 Captain Marvels. There are 9 different Captain Marvels. Seems excessive. I wonder if all of those are Marvel or if they're also counting like not Shazam, DC's Captain Marvel, who's Shazam. Screen Rant headline for 14 hours ago. The real reason Batman never kills revealed by DC. The real reason. I'm curious on what they mean by that. Uh, OPB News 11 hours ago. Brian Michael Bendis and David F. Walker team up for Wonder. Dot 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 dot. I think they're just talking about Wonder Comics. So those are like all the big DC Comics headlines. I'm curious which one I'm the most interested in. Maybe the real reason Batman never kills, posted by Screen Rant. That actually seems like a pretty interesting headline. So, spoilers for Batman: The Grim Knight #1. So, the Grim Knight is a Batman storyline that's going on. Okay, cool. So now I'm gonna look over this article and figure out why. Let's see. I'm trying not to read the article out loud directly because if it spoils specific stuff, then I don't want to get down into the nitty gritty. I might spoil the whole why he doesn't kill thing, but leave out some of the details that might spoil bigger elements of the Grim Knight storyline so that you guys don't know. Let's see. So apparently the Grim Knight is like imagine if Batman like used guns and was essentially the Punisher and he just ran around and killed people with guns, which kind of reminds me of what they did in Flashpoint, where it was like Batman's father survived instead of Bruce, and he became like an old grizzled Batman with a gun. But this seems to be turned up to 11, where Batman doesn't just have a gun; he has like a shit ton of guns. He's just actually Punisher, but Batman. So that seems interesting. But apparently, they're gonna explain, or they already explained in the Grim Knight #1, why Batman has a no kill rule, and I'm guessing this universe Batman does not, and they explain why. Kel said, "Here's some demo gameplay of the third game. It's really long, so you can just skip to random points. I specifically just want to see very short gameplay footage of how they shoot arguments. So I'm going to look at that real quick. Okay. There we go. So I'm going to skip forward hella hard. I'm going to skip forward even harder. Psyche Taxi. The fuck? Let's see. Skipping forward more. Skipping forward. Do you happen to know a particular timestamp? Oh, I see it where they're shooting arguments. So you'll see an argument come up, and then you can choose whether or not you shoot it or don't shoot it. And then the words just pop up on the screen, just around, and then you just have to shoot what is the right one. Okay, I like that the way that the arguments pop up are different, and it's done in like a stylized comic booky way, and you gotta like shoot the arguments as they're in the air. That's kind of cool. Also, I liked they rotated the truth bullets. They like tried to pick the bullet they wanted. That's interesting. Your boy Kells said I could find a short clip. Sorry, no, you're good. I found like the part that I wanted to see about them shooting the arguments. That does look cool, most def. Nani said, "Hey, yo, Nani, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Also, don't forget to drop a like. Truly appreciate it." Nani said, "Ryan, what happened in the terrorist attack?" Okay, so Nani's actually curious about looking at the terrorist attack thing. Nani said, "Nick, can you see the vid I posted? I don't see a link. I actually don't see a link at all, Nani. And it's set to live chat where it's supposed to show everything. So yeah, I don't know why a link didn't appear. Did you remember to paste it?" And he said on my profile pic. So you like posted a vid on your channel? Is that what you're saying? Because I'm not sure what you're saying. Right now I'm looking at a news article about why Batman doesn't kill confirmed by DC. It's like a Screen Rant article. Nani said he posted a new video on his channel. No, I have not actually seen the new video on your channel. What's it about? What's it called? Ryan said a guy shot up a mosque and live streamed it on Facebook. That's odd. That seems like something that is possible now in the modern day, but you don't think about it. Kel said most of the game, Danganronpa, is about talking to characters and character interactions. So it's not all action, unfortunately. No, I think that's cool. The idea that a lot of it's about talking to characters and understanding the facts so you can get those truth bullets and then shoot up arguments later. That makes sense. Nani said the "Go Crazy, Go Stupid" meme. I've heard, Nani, that your channel reposts a lot of memes. I actually heard that from like some of my friends. They were like, "Hey, I've checked out Nani's channel. It's like it's a bunch of meme repost." Ryan said, apparently the person who shot up the mosque in the terrorist attack wrote up a manifesto on 8chan. What the fuck is 8chan? I've heard of 4chan. I don't know what 8chan is. Nani said, "Wow, live streamed it too." I mean, that's something that you can do in the modern day. Then Nani said, "Who told you that?" Um, I can't remember who I was talking to. Maybe my roommate Jared, maybe his friend Jonathan. It was something like that. But I think I was talking to maybe Jonathan. And Jonathan was like, "I popped into your live chat for a little bit, but I didn't really care about what you were talking about because it had to do with Dragon Ball, and I'm not really into Dragon Ball." And then I think he mentioned that he clicked on your name to like see what kind of content that you do, and he's like, "You just repost a bunch of old memes." It was like something like that. But it's a conversation I had with Jonathan like a few months ago, I think. At least I think it was Jonathan. It's an old conversation. Ryan said the event was designed to spread far right rhetoric and racist conspiracy videos. It's interesting to phrase it as the event was designed to. Um, how much thought do you feel like was put into the actual thing? I mean, there was a manifesto, so I imagine there was actually like a good bit of thought, and the person defined their goals or whatever. But it was just interesting to hear you say it in that way. I guess that was another moment similar to what Gerard had, where Gerard was like, "Did you copy and paste something, or is that like your own wording?" I felt like that wording was really interesting. Kel said, "Oh, and dude, the music in Danganronpa is so good." He said, "I'm gonna link the openings to each of the three games because they're so good." Ryan said 8chan is supposed to be worse than 4chan. Is it twice as worse? Nani said, "I do post memes, but they're not old." Nani's like, "I got that fresh, latest memes. I don't have that old meme." Let's see. Ryan said they're designed to get as much media attention as he could. So the idea of the attack was apparently to get a lot of media attention out. And then Ryan corrected conspiracy theories. What did you correct? I'm trying to see what you corrected. Nani said, "I want to see if I can get a vid up to 200,000 views or a million." Lol. Best of luck, Nani. The idea of getting a lot of people to check out your content is to definitely like share it, make sure it's like widespread, but also to put like proper tags and descriptions on it to make it easy to find, and also make sure that the content is compelling and something that people are like interested in talking about and sharing with their friends. Kel said, "Here's the first game's opening," and he sent me a YouTube link. So I guess I'm gonna need my headphones to avoid that copyright strike. Also, I noticed that we got 4 viewers and 0 likes. Can we get this video up to 4 viewers and 4 likes? Truly appreciate it. My hair looks stupid when you put headphones on. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Nani said I don't put tags, and they get views. He said I need to start doing that. You do need to. Most tags really help out when you're trying to like get your videos out there and make it where people can search them with the greatest of ease. Charlie Soleil said, "Hi, dude. Do you know there was a shooting in New Zealand today? Ryan's been talking about it. Um, so, from what I've heard from Ryan, it was live streamed and a manifesto about it was posted on 8chan. I didn't even know 8chan was a thing until just now. Right now, I'm listening to the Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc opening. The link was sent by that one guy, Kels, who's been telling me more about the Danganronpa games. My favorite video game music personally is from Jet Set Radio and Jet Set Radio Future. I feel like those soundtracks were really influential in my music taste. So I would recommend checking out some of the tracks from Jet Set Radio Future soundtrack. Let's see. Nani said, "Can I see the live stream?" You're trying to see the mosque shooting live stream? I feel like that's some intense shit to like be looking for. Kel said the second game technically has two openings. I won't spoil why. And then he said, here's opening one. And then he posted a link to the other. Nani said he really wants to see the vid. Okay, to each his own, I guess. Kel said, and here's the other opening link. Charlie Soleil said that the guy said subscribe to PewDiePie. And then he said, what a ignorant bastard. He says the video is disturbing. So, Charlie, you watched the video? Watching the video is like a choice. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to watch the video if you don't want to. Nani then said, I'll be back. I guess he dipped to go find the video. And then Charlie said, man, I don't recommend to see the video. It's very disturbing. I imagine it would be. It's a mass shooting. Yeah, I don't know why anyone would recommend to see the video. Because you just don't have to if you don't want to. Right now, I've opened up the second opening that Kel submitted. It had an ad, so I'm waiting for the ad to end. Oh, it's like the same channel, is it not, as the last one? So this is the opening for Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. This is the true opening, apparently. Let's see. Charlie says that he regrets watching the video. That's understandable. There's just certain things that you probably don't want to see, but maybe you don't know how bad it'll be until you actually watch it. And then Kel said, and finally, my favorite, the third, technically fourth opening, and he posted a link. I'm still on the second opening. So far, I haven't really liked either of the openings. They're not like bad, they're just not like bangers. They're not like catching me, you know what I mean? Um, but I'm still listening to them though. They seem relatively short. So I don't feel like I'm being held hostage on these openings or anything. Let's see. But I'm not super into like politics or religion or history or anything like that. Terrorist attacks are horrible, of course. Um, I guess the only thing that interests me about it is that they live streamed it. I guess the live streaming thing is interesting only because you wouldn't have heard of that happening like maybe like 30 years ago. The idea of like someone doing something like that and then doing it for like a live audience on like a social media platform that has like tons and tons of people on it, like Facebook. That's just really crazy. Um, I imagine that's really trippy for older people. The concept of like they live streamed it, that's a thing that they can do. Um, but I imagine that that's a showing of like things to come. That in the future, it's very likely that other attacks like that might be live streamed. I guess it makes me think about like how much does that change a culture? How much does that like affect people? Like the fact that it's like live streamed and you can not only hear about it, but you can like see it for yourself in a way. I guess that's there's something really weird about that. That feels new, but it feels like something that won't be new in the future. I feel like a lot of times when people hear about shootings, they feel relatively desensitized. They're like, oh, well, like shootings and attacks happen every day. You just may not hear about all of them that occur, and you may only hear about like bigger ones. And people who watch the news may feel like, oh, I hear about that all the time. Da 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 da. But it's one thing to hear about it, and it's one thing to be able to like find it online and like see it, and not only see it, but see it filmed from the perspective of the person doing it because that does sound really disturbing and really odd and off-putting. But just imagine if like older terrorist attacks were also live streamed, like if people like streamed them and showed it to an audience. That sounds just really odd, but it also just sounds like what will probably happen later on. Like since that technology is available where anybody can pretty much set up a stream, I guess it's not too unrealistic to imagine that people who have a particular agenda who are trying to do something for a particular reason would like stream their acts and like show it to like a mass group of people live. That's it's just like it's a weird thing to think about. Ryan said his gun has fascist slogan scribed on it. And then Charlie said, which country are you from, dude? And then Ryan said he's from the USA, same as me. I'm also from the USA. Um, but yeah, I'm not super into politics, and I'm not super into religion, and I'm not super into history. But like I said, from the technology point of view and perspective, I guess that's where that's the most interesting to me. Charlie said, "Yeah, true, man." He said, "Your facts true." He said, "People think they can watch the video because they just watch the news and they think they can handle it." I do feel like that's how a lot of people would feel about that kind of thing. They'd be like, "Yeah, hear about it all the time." But it's one thing to hear about stuff like that, and it's one thing to like actually see it. But I feel like in the same way that people feel really desensitized about hearing about it on the news, if more and more attacks like this happen, where someone like live streams the attack, and there's just footage available for like the public to watch and see of it, I think it might become a similar thing eventually, where people feel desensitized from having seen it so many times. But I guess being one of the first big attacks that I've heard of that have been like live streamed and shown to like a live audience of people, um, this probably will be the one that like people remember the most as being like, oh fuck, like somebody did that. That's crazy. You know what I mean? Um, at least that's my thought process. Like I feel like this will be like a moment that is remembered because it may be the beginning of a trend that could then continue on into the future because it's just so easy to live stream. Now that one person's done it, I wouldn't be surprised if more people did it later. Let's see. Charlie said, like, I don't know why the fuck he targeted a mosque. Probably because he had like weird views against that religion. Based on what Ryan says, it sounds like he was racist and he had a manifesto. So I imagine in his manifesto he wrote out his reasons for why he did what he did. Regardless, it's not right. Kel said, "Y'all be talking about school shootings while I know trying to get Jet to play a dumb anime game. Lol." Um, I don't think it's a dumb anime game. I just don't think it's necessarily the kind of game that I'm like into. I feel like something like Danganronpa sounds interesting in terms of the sentient AI stuff that I've been talking about. The idea of you play that kind of game, but the other characters are sentient and have their own thoughts and ideas, and you're essentially watching the AI in a death game situation, and you're the person organizing the death game. I think that would be like a really weird and sadistic game. So in terms of Danganronpa, what are your thoughts, Kels, about Danganronpa? But it has like sentient AI characters, and they're like going in like a weird adventure thing. Let's see. And then Charlie said, not a school shooting. Yeah, it's a mosque thing, not a school thing. And then Charlie said, "Man, you're cool. I subbed." Oh, thank you kindly, Charlie, for subscribing. I noticed that we have 4 viewers and 0 likes. Can we get this video to 4 viewers and 4 likes? Truly appreciate it. Let's see. Nani said he can't find the vid. You probably don't want to see the vid. Ryan said the terrorist manifesto and Twitter account had lots of anti-Muslim conspiracies. Weird. Nani said, "Charlie, where did you see it?" Charlie said, "Nani, you can't see the video. It's removed." He said he got it on WhatsApp. He said, "Nani, dude, don't watch it." He said, "I swear, it's hell." Ooh. Nani, it just sounds like it's probably best not to watch it. Also, I just listened to. Is that the third opening? Or the second opening? That was that was the second opening. So now I'm gonna listen to the third opening. I really didn't like the second one. I think the first one was a lot better. But this is the one that you said is your favorite opening. So I'm gonna listen to that one now. I kind of like the jazzy feel of this one. It's less weird electronic stuff. It feels more like a detective thing, which I think really fits based on your description of the game. It seems like it has like more intrigue to it. So I think the Danganronpa 3 opening song is probably my favorite too. This sounds like something I could actually sit back and listen to, where the other ones I feel like I would skip those openings. I'd probably listen to this one. I don't like the singing once it went past just being an instrumental, but it's still better than the last one I listened to. The last one I thought was kind of annoying. Kel said Danganronpa with AI sounds dope. Maybe you can still be one of the students, but now you can kill one of the other AI students. Not just AI, but like sentient AI that have their own thoughts, feelings, emotions, and personalities, and depending on how they like think and feel would change the way they would try to murder the other students in the game, and it would depend on how they would try to cover their tracks so that they wouldn't get caught. Would be changed based on the way that they like thought and had ideas. Well, let's see. Nani said, "I watch worse stuff, bro." He said, "I've seen people get their heads chopped off by the cartel and stuff like that." And then Charlie said, "Well, then good for you. Go ahead." Nani said, "The most disturbing one I saw was a kid's head getting chopped off by the cartel." And then Charlie just put a sad, frowny face. I don't think Charlie wants to hear about kids getting their heads cut off. Just saying. To be honest, though, I would say that it's a bummer topic in general. Just talking about, bad stuff that's happened in the world. I'm not sure if that's what people really come here for. And then Nani said, I can't find it. Kel said, I can't listen to it because it gives me too much nostalgia from playing it because I got really connected to the characters. That's understandable. That's understandable. Blah, blah, blah. Then Nani said, dang it, Let's see. Now I can finally get back to why Batman doesn't kill people. So let's see. The Grim Knight introduces another reason for Batman to be non-lethal. A killer Batman would be just as bad, if not worse, than the villains he's trying to fight. Isn't that already a thing that Batman already... Like, doesn't Batman already feel that way? Is that really what they're trying to say as a new thing that's introduced in the Grim Knight? I feel like Batman feels that way all the time. Let's see. So, Charlie said you can't anymore because the New Zealand government removed the video. Kel said, I can see why you don't like it. It's a game for a really specific audience. I mean, I don't think I'd hate it or anything. I like the idea of like solving the mystery and trying to figure out, who did what and why and things of that nature. Um, but I don't know. I feel like it's just not necessarily the type of game that I would like go out of my way to buy and play. You know what I mean? I don't think it's bad. I just don't necessarily think it's my cup of tea. Nani then asked, could Charlie send him the video? Then Kel said, I'm going to go now. See you tomorrow. Okay, Kel, so hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to drop a like on the video. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Let's see. Charlie said, man, it's shared on WhatsApp. And it got removed from WhatsApp out of nowhere. He said now he doesn't have the vid anymore. See, so I'm still reading about the Batman Grim Knight thing. I'm not going to read too many spoilers. I don't think I'm going to actually read the book. Uh, but it seems kind of interesting, I guess. I like the origin story for Batman Grim Knight. Let's see. Nani said, I see. Then Ryan said, Nani, what country are you from? Then Charlie said, where are you from, Nick? I'm from the United States of America. Let's see. I'm going to look at this news article about the first Asian American Green Lantern. Posted by Sci-Fi Wire, which is the Sci-Fi Channel's like news site. Oh, we're past an hour. I'm actually supposed to end the stream now that we're past an hour. Plus, I do need to get to bed because of the fact that I have the driving test tomorrow, and Dad's going to pick me up early so we can practice a little bit before the test. So, I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you like this video, make sure to smash that like button, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell to be notified whenever we do these live streams. Thank you all once again for tuning in. Shout out to your boy Ryan. Shout out to your boy Charlie. Shout out to Nadi. Shout out to that one guy, Kels. Let me scroll back through the live chat just to make sure I don't miss anybody's name. Shout out to Justin Bennett. You dropped in for a little bit, just to say hey. I believe that is everyone who tuned into the stream. If I happen to forget or miss your name, my apologies. Shout outs to everybody who's on the stream. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and drop a like on the video. Also, make sure to ring that notification bell to be notified whenever we do these live streams. And stay tuned because we do vlogs like this every day a little bit after midnight where you guys can jump in. We can have a conversation, talk about whatever discussion topics you have. Feel free to ask any questions and talk about your day. Just hang out. Anyways, thank you all once again for tuning in. This is your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, logging out. Thank you again, and peace.